and everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Smoke and Mirrors. This episode is brought to you by sclerosis. Sclerosis, if you're going to get them in multiples. That way you can't be held responsible for not remembering what day of the week it is and whether or not you have a show. And now, here they are, your invenerable host, Carlos Kareem Wyndham. Hey, gang, fire up those colortinis. We're going to get into some of the stuff today. Before we do, want to ask if you got yourself a bevy to the temperature of your heart's most desire. I certainly have. Want to give a very special shout out today to producer Tracy for keeping us on task. Honestly, absolutely forgot that we had a show today. It's not that I forgot I had a show today so much as that I forgot that today was Thursday at all. Hey, what's up, Bo? Just so anyway, we do. Joshua, Tracy, myself, we got into the writer's room. We put our noggins together, and plus there's really some wonderful things on the horizon of entertainment, catching up to some old stuff, and let's get into all of it. Let's take one more hit, and then let's get into all of it today. This is for the late risers. Come on now. Bumping the mic stand, not the most professional move in the world. Hey, it's an entertainment arts and entertainment episode. Let's talk about some entertaining things. This time for real. I swear we're doing an entertainment episode this episode. All right. We are not going to veer off into some horrible thing about the news or wonderful thing about the news or anything about the news. Let's be honest. Yeah, we probably will. You know exactly what live stream you turned on. Did it to yourself. Anyway, the Mosquito Coast. This thing is happening right now. I think we're only in season 1, as it were, and it is fucking it's so good. It's so what Joshua. I'm sure Harrison Ford is in Mosquito Coast. I've seen it many. What? Okay, I'm supposed to be talking about the new TV program, Mosquito Coast, not a movie. Oh, the guy from the Leftovers is in it. Are you serious? What is his name? I don't know. He looks like a Kirkland Wolverine, like Hugh Jackman light or something. Who is that? Justin Theroux. Justin Theroux? Is that not an author? No. I mean, Mosquito Coast is based on a book. Is Justin Theroux didn't write? He's the actor in the... Huh. Okay, well, some of my biche. Justin Theroux's Mosquito Coast is available now on Apple TV. And it is a chapter by chapter breakdown in the story of a scientific mind gone awry, sort of an Icarus story. It's a story of science and a science mind who had been so far to the political left that eventually couldn't even stay in society anymore. And there may have been some sort of a thing that happened, a piece of intrigue that's being solved as to why the police are chasing him. As opposed to the movie or the book, this has turned a bit more into the what was that one movie with Harrison Ford where he was the doctor and somebody's hand got chopped off and they jumped off of the well, and that came from a TV show that was like this. So it's kind of like they took that old TV show, they turned it into a movie that was starring Harrison Ford, and then Harrison Ford jumped over into the Mosquito Coast movie, and then that got turned back into the TV show starring Justin Theroux. Anyway, it's a very good TV show, and it's available on Apple Plus, Disney Apple Plus, if you happen to be somebody who has the kind of money to be able to afford. Is that this is not Disney Apple Plus? What is? So what the hell is the difference between the Disney and the? Oh, so we're paying for Disney and Apple Plus separately. But I have Apple Pro. That's a separate service than comes with my products. That didn't come with the phone? Some of my biche. All right. I don't know. Anyway, it's a show. It's on now. Yeah. The leftists leaving society. You know, uproot the system, fight the power. Is definitely the side of it. And then what happens if you take that idea to its zenith and then never compromise? And take that all the way out to the extreme, right? But the whole premise is based on the idea of being on a polemic that you either have to be somebody who is willing to leave the auspices of the vileness that society has created, and that if you're from it, you're just going to recreate it, and also that the scientific mind is not that can be trusted in nature to do such a thing, because you'll just burn yourself, your wings, your wax wings, and just right back to the earth like that. Except flying. No spoilers, but flying to an ice cube instead of the sun. Anyway, Mosquito Coast. Check it out. It's on one of the 19 subscriptions you have if you have one. Hey, speaking of mosquitoes, shout out to mosquitoes for fucking up life in sub-Saharan Africa and across most of the globe for a very long time. And shout out to science for there is a malaria vaccine. We got a vaccine. We got another vaccine. Fauci got another vaccine. Hey, Fauci, you got another vaccine. Another vaccine for Fauci. Fauci knocking it out of the box. Got another vaccine for you. That's right. Another vaccine. This is not a Fauci vaccine. Fauci would celebrate the vaccine. This vaccine is a vaccine against malaria. So there's a your dad got malaria. Samala kaka. Bet it wasn't cute. I'll bet it wasn't cute. If you don't get it treated, you know what it'll do? It'll make you die. Everything dies. Everything. Spoiler alert. Everything dies. Mosquitoes die. One cure for malaria is to die. right? I hope your dad didn't. I'm not trying to be flippant. That if wrong kind of asshole. If so, I'm guessing that okay, great. I'm guessing that you know, you never get rid of it. Some of my bish, man. Even with Western medicine, you never get rid of it. But you know where it's big? It's big in sub-Saharan Africa. It's big in other places that are not Western. And for 100 years, science has been working on a cure for 100 years. I am half of that, right? So it took two whole of my lifetimes to make one of those, one vaccine for the malaria. So this is I don't know what else to call it, but party time. Party. Can we get some? We need some party time sounds. Do we got something? Party time. Party time. Woo! Vaccine party. We're going to have a science party up in this piece. 100 years. Prior to this, the best way to deal with the malaria was preventative. It had to do only with tents. Tents. And I will say, as a fancy boy, that man, that kind of a tent is luxury. Anywhere you live. So what I'm going to say is, if the riches give a shit about malaria, they're going to help distribute many of the malaria vaccine shots in many tents. Because here's the secret, is that the malaria vaccine, the vaccine, if you will, is very, very, very good. It is not absolutely perfect. No vaccine is absolutely perfect. You have to reach a thing called herd immunity. And even if you reach that, there are certain sorts of things, such as the microbes that are found in the malaria, that you just, as Bo taught us, they're going to live with you forever, right? If you get them. But the vaccine can lower the chances. If you tent and vaccine, that's why I said chances. If you tent and vaccine, you maybe not going to get the malaria. Maybe not going to get the malaria at all. So congratulations to big science, big pharmaceutical. I'm sure that all of this is going to have a perfectly happy ending right after we share this bit of information with you. You are watching Smoke and Mirrors right now, and if this is something that matters to you in any way, shape, or form, and you can see that it might contribute to your life or society, well, all we're asking, even with a chuckle is a contribution. If we made you chuckle, that's a contribution. Did we piss you off? That's a contribution too. That counts. Like and subscribe. I should have said that before I said anything that was going to piss anyone off. Shit. Anyway, like and subscribe. You want to drop $5 on it, you could do that at the Venmo at Carlos-Wyndham, Cash App at $CK Wyndham, PayPal /me.CK Wyndham. Would you like to become a patron? You can do that at the Patreon at Smoke and Mirrors CCB. Please feel free to join us there, and we would love to have you. Producer Tracy's got it in the chats for you. And here we go. Back to the fun, right? Because you know it was only going to turn out sweet when Big Pharma gets involved. It's a happy ending every time. This is not too terrible at first, right? Because the first thing that they did is they tried everything they could to treat not the humans. Let's not treat the humans. Let's deal with the problem that is making the humans ill. And so what they thought they would do, the first thing they thought was they were going to irradiate all of the mosquitoes, right? Because if they were to irradiate the mosquitoes, the larva would no longer be able to carry the malaria, which would then not be able to be transferred in the little pica pica. No pica pica. You're not going to get no malaria from the pica pica, right? So they said, let's radiate the mosquitoes. Now, how would that work? Because though in trials it was quite successful, you might imagine that there might be a bit of a challenge trying to irradiate mosquitoes. Mosquitoes. Mosque translates to fly. Mosquito, little fly. Mosquito. How are you can't catch them all and but they didn't. They were good. They were like, no. We're going to radiate the eggs. Don't be stupid. We'll radiate the ponds. Don't be an idiot. We're going to do the smart thing and put radiation in the ponds. Well, it didn't work very well. And also, nobody got any superpowers from it. So it was kind of like a white man's promise on both sides, right? Like, you didn't get the thing you were told, and the thing you were thinking you were going to fix, you didn't. You just made it worse. Now you have malaria and radiated ponds. So that's oopsie number one. But back to the lab, and it did get handled. It got treated. It got dealt with. So many different kinds of mixes. And I want to say a thing too, because we looked, Joshua, right? Tracy, right? At the tapes from a few days ago. And two things. One, clearly, new glasses, a lot of reflection happening in this direction. We're going to do a thing about the lighting before the next show. Apologies for that. Two is that I forgot my point. Something about listening to whatever happened some other time. Didn't work. They tried to irradiate. Jesus. Hey, you know what's a good idea? Smoke a little bit of the cannabis and then try to hold your thoughts together and do a comedy and culture show that you're whipping together with a very small team out of your home, because COVID. It's easy. Thwip. They tried. It didn't work. Very Peter Parker, right? Very Peter Parker. We know that's true. Okay. The thing is, they wanted to try to spare you having to see scenes like this in your living room at 2 a.m, right? You've smoked your big bowl. You're done with your Tetrises and your Segas. You've got your Nirvana or your Jane's Addiction playing in the back, and this comes on the screen, and it just really bums you out. You know those malaria commercials that they play all the time in the United States? Of course they don't, because we don't give a fuck about malaria in the United States. They only showed a white lady with dogs here. You've only seen a white lady with dogs. I know the dogs are so sad. I never knew the song that Sarah McLachlan used to sing. I never knew it. Anyway, science didn't want you to deal with that, and so they offered you a white lady, so you wouldn't have to see it. But they fixed it while you weren't looking. So congratulations, science. Congratulations, vaccines. Anyway, do you know what I'm saying? At least congratulations to vaccines. It's a good day. It's a good day for vaccines. We need that in the United States right now. Oh, also, big up to vaccines, because HIV vaccine. There is one now that's getting approved. They think they got it, and they're just waiting to get it through. They're into stage 3 testing, which is, I have no idea why you would know, is the stage where they start bringing it to people bodies. And so now into people bodies, they're going to bring some of the HIV stuff. And yes, indeed, it is mRNA tech that they're going to be using for that. Huh? That's been in the news for some reason. mRNA. Why has that been in the news? Why has that been? Anyway, hey, huh? So, party time. Come on, where's the sound? Party time, Joshua. Party time. Party time. Party time. Huh? All right, AIDS is fixed. No, it's not. It's HIV. It's HIV. Big pharma has not fixed AIDS. It has certainly, though, improved it. The cocktail is down to a pill. They are looking to do it injectably, and it is more of my friends get to live for as long as I seem to be so far, which is cool, because a lot of them didn't. Because, as I said, I'm old. I'm half a malaria vaccine old, and many folks in the theater community don't get to be that old because stuff like the HIVs and the AIDS. And so Big Pharma, happy celebratory Big Pharma. I do wonder, though, if they had an HIV thing, like a magic HIV inhibitor, or a magic AIDS inhibitor that maybe they just weren't sharing with the public. But that seems weird to do if there's a like a national health crisis, like a pandemic, like a global health pandemic that could be addressed with a vaccine that and it were magical like that, because science is magic, magic is science, lessons from Thor. Why wouldn't we have that? Well, turns out there's a reason. So, that was the thing. When I'm looking down here, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. I wish there were something there. It seems like it would be so smart to have like notes or a script or a teleprompter or something to read. I am just gathering. You know what's here? My cup. I got my cup and bong. I got some water to put in the fuck cup in case I run out of fucks while we're doing this. In case any emergencies come up, my phone is here, but it's on vibrate, and the clicky to click to the next. But there's nothing here, and I keep looking to head up. I can think and keep my head up. Let's see if we can do it. Scripts are for telemarketers. You are funny. I'm going to put it on the screen because if I just mumble comments, I sound like an insane person, which doesn't matter to anyone but me. Anyway, Joshua, what the fuck were we talking about? Are we doing something here? What? Needles. Pins and needles, hypodermic needles and pins. What are you saying? Oh, injections are good. Injection party. Get a flu shot. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Why aren't they free to? Why? How come this stuff? Because HIV, right? It took a long time. to come up with a vaccine because, as I said, I'm half of a malaria. And if I'm half of a malaria, I am aware of, I was there for the whole of the AIDS crisis. The first one. I think there's going to be a second one because people don't seem to be strapping up. I don't know. But the whole of it, I was there, and I did lose a lot of friends. And how did that happen? Well, it happened a lot of ways. The biggest way was this asshole, who, if you are young, you may not know who that is. That asshole is Nancy Reagan. She was president for 8 years. She had a ventriloquist dummy named Ron that she used to talk through. And she did not like the homos. She really didn't. She really didn't. And when AIDS first showed up, people thought it was, and I am paraphrasing here, gay cancer. So a lot of that came from the White House. And she did not do fuck all for the queer community. She fought against the queer community, and she did not contribute to trying to find anything that might solve AIDS. It was a rough time. It was a rough time for the queers. Some good things did happen, though, because of her. And so, silver lining in the gray lady with hair dye. National Coming Out Day. Happy National Coming Out Day and month. Last week, this month. Yay, yay. Keith Haring, The Village. Huh? That's because of Nancy. So, great art is protest. I'd rather have vaccines and my friends back and my rights recognized by any number of modern comedians, but posters. So that's something she gave us. That's something that's cool. Oh, yeah. Rent. Can you do the rent? I don't want to pay. Cool. Sorry, black guy, fuck you. Me and my white friend are going to write about this, and we're going to put on a musical and get recognized for bringing AIDS to the mainstream in the conversation about it, even though we're sort of only being here as kind of tourists to the community of color and bohemian life. Rent. All my faves are trash. I love this musical so fucking much. It's just problematic as time goes on. Do you know what I'm saying? Alexander Hamilton. I think you do. Okay. The consideration in both cases, right? The problem not discussed in Alexander Hamilton and why he, at the age of 14, was provided such opportunity by his island before coming to the States, to Virginia, in Rent. Why the white boys whose parents are rich, whose calls they're ignoring, don't want to answer the phone and get the money and pay the rent so that the black entrepreneur can actually make his money and have a nest egg so that his children can ignore him and not take any money from him when they want to pay the rent. Why did Big Pharma not more quickly come up with vaccines for malaria or HIV? Well, it's because the folks who live with the greatest impact of those things are not what big pharmaceutical refers to as and I am quoting here, not paraphrasing, traditional market. The people who suffer with malaria, the people who suffer the greatest numbers of cases of HIV are not for big pharmaceutical, the traditional market. Can we, Joshua, bring up the graphic of what the traditional market looks like, please? Right. Absolutely. There it is. There it is. It's your favorite whites. Cool. Hey, Joshua, can we bring up the graphic, the image that you had of who is not a member of the traditional? Right. Yeah. Right. Boy, sub-Saharan Africa. The disturbing image that we in the United States have not seen. Brown malaria has a lot to do with the fact that it is not a traditional market, because it is a market that is in sub-Saharan Africa, and they don't have money because we took it all. We took all the gold out of Africa, off of the coast, which is referred to as the Gold Coast, which also happens to be the coast from which the other awesome export that the United States has taken all it wants. We're full now from Africa and sub-Saharan Africa, and that would be enslaved humans. We have all we want. Our numbers are good. No more Haitians. No more. Very much the same way that Oregon was one of the very few states that did not have to ratify the overturning of slavery, because there were not enslaved Africans, because not because Oregonians thought that Africans didn't deserve to be slaves, not because they didn't think that Africans and black bodies were actually humans, but because they didn't want any niggers here. Not even as slaves. What were we talking about? So soothing. God damn. That is so soothing. I get it. Fuck it. That's so much easier to think about. Oh, doggies. And you know, it is what we know, that it is what white people care about and what they will fight for. That is the whole lesson of John Wick. Why did you fuck with his dog? You Russian pricks. You don't fuck with a man's dog. Go fuck over little babies in Africa. What's wrong with you? Or something. So, vaccine party for white people, I guess, is what we're saying. Is that what we're saying? What? Oh, no, not so fast, because, hold on. No vaccine party. Right, because this is America, the land of Dr. Jenny McCarthy, seen here with a very, very frightening new face that looks as though she walked into the surgeon and said, "Hey, give me the Kidman." Anti-vaxxers like Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump, who is spreading the word the good word to not get the vaccine. And in fact, hey, how about a mandate that you can't vaccine? And how about a mandate that not only can you not give the vaccines, no vaccine mandates, because I signed a governor thing, no vaccine mandates, but also too, not only let's expand it. Let's expand that. It doesn't have to be just the hot vaccine, right? Because then we're discriminating and we want to be inclusionary, right? So to be able to have an inclusive program, let's go ahead and ban all the vaccines, which is the growing movement happening on the far right. So dope, so dope. That's going to lead to some things. One of the things, though, that I do want to talk about before we get there is I love Governor Greg Abbott's little podium. I love Greg Abbott's Hobbit podium, and here's why. I'm a disabled, and as a disabled, I believe in accessibility, and that is another form of accessibility. I will also say that it may be the pinnacle of white affirmative action that Greg Abbott is given a tiny Hobbit podium to feel like a big man. That's weird. Don't look big. Hey, thanks to their efforts, guess what? Tuberculosis is back. Tuberculosis is back, baby. We had it. We beat it. We had it in a fucking headlock. We were like, tuberculosis, give up. Give up. We were kicking tuberculosis's ass like it touched our puppy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it came in our house and killed our puppy. We were after tuberculosis. And then 100 years passed, and then there was a giant anti-vax movement, and now fucking tuberculosis is back. On the heels of the measles. Great job, anti-vaxxers. Make sure you do everything you can to bring rubella back next. You don't even know what rubella is, do you? No, of course you don't. Neither do I. Do you know why? Because we haven't had fucking rubella in 150 years. Because fucking vaccines, you fucking idiots. Nope. I meant, I love you. I mean, I love you, deplorables. Please, to get vaccinated, please. Science is good. Things about science are good. Albert Einstein was a scientist, right? You like him, E equals MC squared and stuff, right? E equals MC squared. He also, right? People on the left, you like science, you like scientists, right? Because he went to Howard University and he spoke and taught science to the physics department at Howard University because nobody else would. And he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? That makes no goddamn sense. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go and serve these chocolatey boys. That's what I want to do. And by the way, the discrimination that you're putting out there is some bullshit shit. I meant to say bullshit. I don't know what actually just happened just there. And I don't want you to think I'm having a stroke. What I'm saying is I'm very excited to share with you that Albert Einstein was an ally and an accomplice. And also maybe a little bit of a gross philandering fuckboy whose extracurricular lady time led to the depression suffered by his wife and her eventual diagnosis, because you could make irritating ladies go bye-bye if they got too noisy back then. So science. Oh yeah, another okay. Famed and renowned United States astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson, who is also stands accused of rape, of assaulting two black women who were interns. So science. No, wait, hold. You know what? No, I'm not blaming, okay, either one of their sets of human foibles on fucking science. Science is awesome and science is great. There's got to be something else that's going on with these guys. I don't know. Maybe it's something about people with giant mustaches that makes them creeps by default. Do you know what I mean? And maybe they don't even recognize that they're fucking creeps. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe they're like these people on this like Bobby Brown, I see nothing wrong with spreading myself around shit, and they don't even know how creepy they truly are with their giant fucking mustaches. Maybe that's it. Science is good. Get the vaccines, all of them. There's a flu vaccine out too. Go get it. Like now. We're done. This is enough. You've had enough. Go get a vaccine. Go. Why with Chantel? What are you doing, Chantel? What are you doing? I'm saying go get a vaccine. You're sitting here giggling. What is happening? Nobody's going? Mosquito Coast. Go look at Mosquito Coast then with Harrison Ford. Go look at Mosquito Coast with Harrison Ford. It's right there on Apple. What? I meant with, what's his name? Justin Theroux in Mosquito. What? No. Theroux. What? Really? What the fuck ever? Okay. Go look at this Mosquito Coast. It looks just as sad as the other one. I don't know what's going on. Just you don't want a vaccine? You don't want a vaccine? Don't get a vaccine. You don't want a vaccine? Don't get a vaccine. Seriously though, go get a vaccine. Flu shot vaccine. If it's appropriate, maybe consider an HIV vaccine. You know, maybe if it's appropriate. And hey, fuck it, get a malaria vaccine. Why not? We are lousy with vaccines. Oh yeah, there's a pandemic too. Right, COVID. Go get your fucking COVID shot. This has been another Smoke and Mirrors, or as it's also known, a fun time feel good corner with Carlos Kareem Wyndham. Hey, do you like or appreciate what we do here? Wow, that's on you. But you can check us out and help us out by checking us out over at the IG Sure, yeah. Let's give Zuckerberg some more fucking money in advertisements. Why not? IG at Smoke and Mirrors CCB. You know, as much time as I spend out here on this, you would think I work at Facebook. Do you like the words and you not want to fuck with Zuckerberg? Well, fuck with me. That's a lot. I'm saying the F word a lot. What is happening? Over at Twitter, at Caballo Negrito, Twitter, at Caballo Negrito, as I've now demonetized this video. Hey, do you have a query, a question, a thought? Oh, wait, I forgot to tell you, Caballo Negrito. That translates literally for the monolingual amongst us to go get a machine, get a machine, get a machine, we're a machine. Please don't cancel me for doing a somewhat problematic Italian stereotypical voice, okay? Or do cancel me if it means that I get $60 million in 4 specials on Netflix. Cancel me tomorrow. Hey, do you have a thought, query, a question, suggestion about a guest who should be here with us on Smoke and Mirrors? Please reach out at Smoke and Mirrors CCB at gmail.com. Go get a machine! This is a thing that is produced and hosted by myself, Godless Kareem Wyndham. This is also produced by the one and only Tracy Tatamy. Hey, that intern, the one in the corner, their name's Joshua. We love you. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And we will see you on Tuesday after you've gotten yourself a machine.